The area forecast for the Peninsula, North Bay, and East Bay. For the rest of tonight, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Tuesday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s at the coast to around 80 inland. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Tuesday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. And on Wednesday, partly cloudy. Highs in the mid-60s at the coast to around 80 inland. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. For Thursday, partly cloudy. Breezy. Highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s. Thursday night and Friday partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s, highs from the upper 60s to lower 80s Friday night through Monday. Mostly clear. Lows from the 50s to lower 60s, high 70s and 80s, low temperatures tonight and highs tomorrow for these selected cities. San Francisco, 54 and 62. San Francisco Airport, 56 and 67. Redwood City, 57 and 75. Oakland, 56 and 68. Fremont, 57 and 72. Concord, 57 and 81. Livermore, 56 and 80. San Rafael, 54 and 76. Santa Rosa, 50 and 81. Napa, 53 and 73. Fairfield, 56 and 79. The area forecast for the South Bay, including the San Jose metro area and the Santa Clara Valley. For the rest of tonight, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Tuesday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs around 70 by the bay, lower to mid-80s inland. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Wednesday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s by the bay to near 80 inland. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the Wednesday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. West winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming 5 to 10 miles per hour after midnight. For Thursday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the mid-60s to lower 80s. For Thursday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the 50s. Friday and Friday night, mostly clear. Highs from the lower 70s to mid-80s, lows in the 50s, and on Saturday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the upper 70s to mid-90s for the Saturday night, clear. Lows from the mid-50s to lower 60s for Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the lower 80s to mid-90s for Sunday night, clear. Lows near 60. And on Monday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the upper 70s to lower 90s, low temperatures tonight and highs tomorrow for these selected cities. San Jose, 58 and 75. Mountain View, 58 and 70. Morgan Hill, 55 and 84. The travel forecast for the Lake Tahoe area, including the Interstate 80 and Highway 50 corridor. For the rest of tonight, partly cloudy. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s. South winds around 5 miles per hour. For Tuesday, partly cloudy. Highs from the 70s to lower 80s. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Lows from the lower 40s to mid-50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Wednesday, partly cloudy. Highs from the upper 60s to lower 80s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For the Wednesday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly clear. Lows from the 40s to lower 50s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Thursday, sunny. Highs from the upper 60s to lower 80s. Thursday night through Sunday, clear. Lows from the lower 40s to mid-50s. Highs from the lower 70s to mid-80s. Sunday night and Monday clear. Lows from the 40s to upper 50s, highs from the 70s to upper 80s for the latest road conditions around the state of California. Call Caltrans at 1-800-427-7623. The weather overview for northern and central California for the period Thursday through Monday. Seasonal temperatures continue this week with a slight cool down through midweek. High pressure nudges closer to our region late week with above average temperatures expected by the weekend. The extended forecast for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay Area Thursday and Thursday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 85. Lows 50 to 60. Friday and Friday night, mostly clear. Highs 55 to 90. Lows 50 to 65. Saturday and Saturday night, mostly clear. Highs 60 to 100. Lows 50 to 70. Sunday and Sunday night, mostly clear. Highs 60 to 100. Lows 50 to 70. Monday and Monday night, mostly clear. Highs 60 to 95. Lows 50 to 65. Sunrise, sunset, and tidal information for the San Francisco Bay Area for Monday, July 31st. The sunset tonight, 8:19 p.m. The sunrise tomorrow, 6:13 a.m. The sunset tomorrow, 8:18 p.m. Tidal data at the Golden Gate for the afternoon and evening hours today and the morning hours of tomorrow. High tide, 12:47 p.m. at 4.84 feet. Low tide, 4:37 p.m. at 3.11 feet. High tide, 10:50 p.m. at 7.10 feet. Low tide, 5:51 a.m. at -143 feet. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays, including the Monterey Bay, Greater Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. Breezy to gusty northwest winds continuing over the coastal waters as a surface high pressure offshore persists. Sheltered coastal waters, the San Francisco Bay to the Delta, and the Monterey Bay will see gusty winds developing each afternoon and evening, then diminishing winds overnight. Short period wind waves and a light southerly swell continue to move through the waters through the forecast period. A new, long period southwesterly swell arrives towards the end of the week. The marine forecast for San Pablo Bay, Suisun Bay, the West Delta, and the San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge. Small craft advisory in effect from Tuesday afternoon through Tuesday evening. For tonight, southwest winds 10 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. For Tuesday, southwest winds 10 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. For Tuesday night, southwest winds 10 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. The coastal waters forecast from Point Reyes to Pigeon Point out to 10 nautical miles. Small craft advisory in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Tuesday. For tonight, northwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Wind waves 5 to 7 feet. Swell southwest around 2 feet at 14 seconds. For Tuesday, west winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Wind waves 4 to 5 feet. Northwest swell around 2 feet at 9 seconds and southwest up to 2 feet at 13 seconds. For Tuesday night, west winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. Wind waves 4 to 5 feet. Northwest swell around 2 feet at 10 seconds and southwest up to 2 feet at 13 seconds. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, WNG655, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.425 MHz from on top of Mount Diablo. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the East Bay counties of Contra, Costa, and Alameda, as well as San Francisco Bay and the surrounding communities. San Francisco bar forecast. In the deep water channel, mixed seas of 3 to 4 feet at 8 seconds. Across the bar, mixed seas of 4 to 5 feet at 8 seconds. Maximum ebb current of 3.4 knots at 3:54 a.m. Tuesday and 1.8 knots at 05:07 p.m. Tuesday. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, WNG655, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.425 MHz from on top of Mount Diablo. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the East Bay counties of Contra, Costa, and Alameda, as well as San Francisco Bay and the surrounding communities. These are the 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time observations for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas on Monday, July 31st. At San Francisco Airport, it was partly cloudy, temperature 61, dew point 54, relative humidity 77%, west wind at 16 miles an hour, pressure 29.97 inches and falling. At Oakland Airport, it was mostly cloudy, temperature 60, dew point 56, relative humidity 86%, west wind at 10 miles an hour, pressure 29.99 inches and rising. At San Jose Airport, it was mostly cloudy, temperature 65, dew point 55, relative humidity 70%, northwest wind at 9 miles an hour, pressure 29.98 inches and rising. At Santa Rosa, it was clear, temperature 61, southeast wind at 6, pressure 29.94 and rising. At Concord, it was partly cloudy, temperature 71, south wind at 9. At Livermore, it was partly cloudy, temperature 67, northwest wind at 7. At Monterey, it was cloudy, temperature 58, west wind at 8, pressure 30.03 and rising. At Salinas, it was cloudy, temperature 61, dew point 54, relative humidity 77%, northwest wind at 13. Here are some observations around California and western Nevada. At Sacramento, it was clear, with a temperature of 78. It was partly cloudy, with a temperature of 65 at South Lake Tahoe, and 65 at Blue Canyon. It was mostly cloudy, with a temperature of 70 at Los Angeles, 76 at San Diego, 82 at Reno, and 71 at Mammoth Lakes. Local temperature reports around San Francisco Bay for 9 p.m. Downtown San Francisco was 62 degrees. Oakland Museum was 65 degrees. Redwood City was 77 degrees.